Hello student, welcome to the online tutorial section. Today we will discuss about the different protocols. Okay, the two most popular protocols is the Ethernet and another one is TokenNet. Okay, so under this data link layer it is there. What is the function of a data link layer is used to deliver a frame one device to another within a network. Okay, the main channels of the data link layer is a media access control. The mostly we use connection based media access and the token passing based media access. Okay, so what is the purpose of the media access? So how actually media in the different layer will be accessed? Okay, so in this way, in this lecture we will discuss. Okay, so now is contention based media access. All the devices in the network are try to transmit together, but only one will succeed it and the other have to wait. But in case of token passing based media access, only one device out of all will be able to transmit, which captures a special message called token. So in case of Ethernet uses the connection based media access and the token ring uses the token passes based media access. So from this we are able to understand that is either we are using Ethernet or a token ring, that one at a time it will pass. Okay, now coming to the Ethernet protocol. Okay, so we will learn about details. Okay, so to transfer the frame, okay, we are using carrier sense multiple access and collision detection technique, that is CSMA/CD. Okay, okay, what is frame? That is the message we are passing in the data link layer. That unit is known as actually the frame. Okay, so okay, what is data passing? Data passing means passing this particular frame. Okay, using this flowchart we will discuss how this CSMA CDI it will work. Okay, first if you want to transmit any data, it will check the connection line, it is there or if any other is transmitting or no. Okay, if there is no transmission, then the data frame will be passing through this media. Okay, otherwise it will wait till it is not if till wait the over of the one frame passing. Okay, so each and every time if it is want to transmit the data, then it will sense the data. Okay, so that is for the carrier sense, that if you want to transmit any data, it will sense this particular channel, it is busy or not. Okay, so when collision is occur, when suppose two of the devices are sensing the channel and both of them and find at the same time it is not busy, so what will happen, they again both of them is again started passing to the data frame. That point of time the collision may occurs. Okay, so if there is no collection detects, so what will happen? See, first sense the line. From the flowchart you are able to see, first is sense the line. Okay, if it is an ideal channel, it means there is no transmission is going on, then send that particular frame. Okay, collision detection, we will checking that there is a collision or not. If there is a no collision, then we will succeed. If the collision is detected, send a jam signal. Otherwise what will happen, that other devices also again transmit the data. If there is a collision and detection is going on, then it will be pauses for some time. Okay, and then again it is again started. Okay, now the collision scenario. Now from this picture we will explain that the how collision detection occurs. Okay, so and at a t at time, S1 wants to send our data from F1. Okay, and S2 wants to transfer the data F2. Okay, so you said T2 is the after T1. Okay, S1 is detecting the channel, it is in the T time, there is no nothing, it will transmit. Okay, T2 in the T2 time, S2 is actually want to transmit, because T2 somewhere there is no transmission. Nothing is there in the S1 frame. What is frame 1 is, it is nothing there, then it is already transmitting. There was no frame is there, but there is a, they will send it one. So what will happen that the after T2 time, the S1 framing also there and H2 framing also there. So that is why collision will occur. So Ethernet is widely used protocol due to the low cost, but speed of the network is low due to the frequent collision. Okay. The price is very, the setting up cost is low. Okay, now standard Ethernet. Okay, generally we are using that kind of a standard kind of a this. Okay, the speed, connection speed is 10 Mbps, faster it is, speed is 100 Mbps. Okay, now gigabyte Ethernet, the speed is 100 Mbps. Connection speed is 1000 Mbps, sorry. Okay, now if we are classify the standard Ethernet in the 4-way, that is 10 base 5, 10 base 2, 10 base T and 10 base F. Okay, we will discuss about 10 base 5. So speed is will be 10 Mbps. Base means the baseband transmission, and 500, and when we transmit it using base, it must be a digital transmission. Okay, and 5 means the meter. Okay, and in 10 base 5 it means okay, so what is actually the 10 base 5 in total? It means that we are the space is the speed is 10 Mbps, base is Baudman, and the cable required is 500 meter. But in case of base 10 base 2, it's the same. Speed is 10 Mbps, baseband we are using, and the cabling required, that is 185 meter to that is, here it is thin coaxial cable is used. Okay, again here now 10 base T, the speed is 10 Mbps, baseband connection we are using where digital signal processing, and here T means the twisted pair. Okay, so here we are using, instead of coaxial cable, we are using the twisted. Now come to the 10 base F. The speed is 10 Mbps, base means the baseband digital connection, and F for the fiber. So here I am using, here we are using, that is fiber. Now coming to the token ring protocol. Okay, so initially in case of this token ring protocol, there is no collision is occur. Okay, so why actually this collision doesn't occur over here? Because here is a token is there. Who is capturing the token? They having only the access privilege to transmit the data. Okay, so here is a free token is there, that is T, you are able to see it is passing in the network all the time. Okay, so let here is A, B, C, D is there. Okay, it is freely, this token is moving freely. Okay, so if A or B or anybody wants to transmit the token, then what will happen, that it will take the token and make it as a busy token. Busy tokens means that this token is now busy, because here the source information, destination information, one flag is for the status one. Okay, everything will be there. Okay, So here it will be able to see that A wants to transmit the data to D. So that's why A captures the token, and now after the information is put in, then again it will move into the bring. Okay, and it will each with the destination, each with the system, it will check the it is matching, the destination is matching or not. Okay, so address it will check first. So when it will passing in this medium, so let's see A is reached to the destination. Okay, when it is reached to the destination end, so destination end will do what? Receive the destination token, then it will be copy. Okay, then it will added a status bit. Okay, so why the status bit is required? That is, status bit is required to give the notification to the sender that message has been received, it has been copied. Okay, here we will see that A is already getting the information from A to D. Okay, so it is A from C to D. Okay, after reaching to D, after that again it is again passing through. After D raising the status, it is again making the token free. Then again it will be passing through the A to the sender, and sender will release the flag saying that it is okay. Now what will happen? A will release all the information. Okay, then it will make the token again free. Okay, then again it will, as it is become free, then anybody can take particular token. Okay, why? Because here in token race is less to use protocol due to its high cost, but the speed of this network is very high due to no collision is occur over here.